You have been working in the field of climate change, at least for the last 16 years, since 2010. And I've heard your name, I've seen your work, your activities, and your main concern is water. That's why your specialty is water. Why is water so important to you?
I think we wouldn't be here if there was no water. What makes our blue planet special, different to any other planet we have, or star, and is water. So we're here because of water. So water is a life, not just for the human, for all plants, creatures, insects. We all rely on this element, and is a lifeline, is the blood, and we should see it as a blood, because without this beautiful lifeline, we cannot continue. We cannot actually be here. We cannot. In psychology, they say the 10 years of your life, as soon as you're born, that will be the base for entire life in the end. So I was born next to the river, very close to this river.
You mean this river?
Yes,
wow.
This is downstream. We call it Serchnar, and there was a state, the sugar factory state. My dad used to work in a sugar factory, and there was a state for all the workers, and that's where I was born, right next to the river. There was the last house of the state, Shakra Camp. So I was born in 1976 there, and I grew up with the river, with this.
What's the name of this river?
This river upstream, we call it Serchnar River.
Serchnar.
But if you call it here, we call it Chak Chak.
Yeah.
Here. If you go upstream, Kani Spiko, Kani Kurdino. So this water is coming from all the snow dews from the mountain of Piramagrun. So Piramagrun mountain range start from here.
Yeah.
All the way to Piramagrun is 45 kilometers. So this mountain range is grabbing this beautiful snow and rain and filter it, clean, coming down. What we do with it, look at the state of it, is heartbreaking.
And you told me a minute ago that this used to run throughout the year. Now it has become seasonal. It dries up in a month or two. What's the cause of a river that has been flowing for thousands of years to suddenly stop?
Exactly. Climate change is one of the main things. That's something is global, and we all paying huge price for this as a human. And of course, the lack of managing the water and war. I was born in 1976. I was in the war, and still we are in the war. So when any nations, when you're in the war, obviously the last thing you would think about is nature, and you live very temporary lifestyle, and you just want to survive, basically, daily survival and survive. And of course, when you in the war, you creating the traumatic nation. So we all traumatize by living temporarily and not having a safe life and clean water. So slowly, Iraq, we're going toward desertification. There's so many reasons. The main ones, I would say, managing the lack of all this dirty businesses, and we try to catch up with Europe, and which is all this wrongdoing just because we want to have a better life, and we neglecting our nature. Without the nature, we cannot continue. So we came from nature.
And all the fighting in Kurdistan, years of fighting against Iraq, against other armies, was for the sake of this land. Because this Kurdistan is a country with mountains, with rivers. So if you don't take care of your environment, what did you fight for?
Exactly. That's why my concern in the last 15 years being a water keeper, what is the water keeper? I know that's the sound of water, but if you abuse the water, cannot shout. So we shout for river. We're here to witness, to tell the new generation what the state of our river used to be look like. It wasn't seasonal. I was catching fish in the middle of the summer from this river downstream.
Wow. So where we are sitting now used to be a nice flowing river with trees and
Absolutely,
birds.
all the way up there. And no way you could actually cross the river, no way. But so the river was functioning perfectly, suitable for fishing, for drinking, and for swimming.
Wow.
So this three important point, you have to find it in the free-flowing river.
Yeah.
If you lose one point of it, you cannot call it sweet water. You cannot call it, for example, drinkable water.
Wow.
So when I was a kid, I was like spending all my day, I was taking care of some sheep and finding herbs eatable, catching fish eatable. When the plane used to attack Iranian, I was born in the war. I was 6 years old, 4 years old, Iraq and Iran war started.
Wow.
So this river was my savior because we used to have a shelter.
Wow.
When the sirens coming, we used to go to the stream and hide ourselves in the shelter. Sometimes we used to spend 2 weeks in the shelter because it was so much bombardment.
Wow.
It was home for me. It was home, food, everything. And my childhood, as you see, I have a different lifestyle because of this river.
Yeah.
So I love animals, and I want my river back. I want to tell my story to the new generation. There is no society, whatever we decided to actually make life as a society, as a nation. First, we had to find a river or water.
Yeah.
So, in Kurdish, we call it Aw Awadani.
Yeah.
So, Slemani, we decided to, for example, 300 years ago, 250 years ago, we decided to make a life in here because of this river, because of Kanakawa River, Chemi Kanakawa, it was a stream, and of course all the Kares water, which is this very special. As you see how they destroying and dumping. I'm talking to you, but my attention.
You see it live.
That's a criminal. That's a crime. So I call these people. They don't have any sensation. Let's wait until we completely lose it.
Yes.
And after human
So
will
is
realize.
that your worry as Waterkeepers of Iraq? This river has decreased. It will stop through the summer. Do you worry that it might happen to many other rivers and streams that we don't even know about in Kurdistan?
Absolutely.
I think that's the case.
Absolutely. Yeah. And because the way we managing it, the way we see it, even in the city, if you look, when the water is coming back to the householders, it become like a water carnival. Everybody washing. We don't see it as a blood. We don't see it until we lose it.
So you think, despite all these concerns, people still waste water?
Absolutely. Householders. So we all in the same boat.
Yeah.
The government stakeholders, they are really bad with managing surface water, underground water, fresh water, and sanitation like urban waste.
Yeah.
We don't take care of the heavy water like sewage. Iraq, we are 19 city. We don't have a sewage facility treatment plant for turning black water, plain dirty water, sewage to clean water. So what we do with it, we dump it to the fresh water or surface water or underground water. We don't
All
filter
over
any.
Iraq, this is happening.
Nearly 50 million people, they wake up having a shower, having a shit, and all this chemical we use, they all go to the lands and rivers. This river you see is very clean here. Just tiny bit, you go downstream, you will see. I will show you later on where all the sewage started.
Wow.
So all the way to Halabja, near Darbani Khan, we did survey on this river. We did from Hanarani Saru, Upper Hanaran village, all the way to Jardasna, to Darbani Khan. I don't know, there is a report, there is a data on our website. We counted all the threats.
Wow.
What is the threat for the river? This is the threat. Tomorrow, when they finish, the householders, their sewage, it will go directly to here.
Oh, that's very true, yeah.
Absolutely. We don't filter nothing. We have a pipeline sewage, but where it go, that's our special.
The pipeline is only close to the houses.
Exactly.
After that is no problem.
Me and my dog, we are special for tackling and chasing all this sewage. We been trained how to find all these threats.
Wow.
We specialize. That's why by finding all these threats, that's the voice.
Yeah.
So that voice is low now. But hopefully we are working on new generation to become water keeper, become a mountain keeper, become a forest keeper, become a cave keeper. Because without all this beautiful nature, natural elements, we nothing. We shouldn't even be here.
Yeah, that's a question.
It.
Do you have other people to work with you? Do you see other young people or old people in Kurdistan who are like you to worry about our rivers and water sources, or there are only a few?
No. Fortunately, yes. After 15 years of been talking about this, and of course, young people, we do citizen science. We train them how to actually do water quality monitoring. We train young people how to find threats. Absolutely, we have a force. We have a force. These people, they might be thinking, they are a joke. We're not.
Yeah.
Young people, they know what's going on because of us, because of you. I have to thank you with your podcast and with all the videos you posting. So that's what we should do as the older generation. We should tell them all this bomb we are planting, it will explode at some point. As you see, dam is one of them.
Yeah.
Behind me, this is Shakh Dam.
Is this a destroyed dam or they are building it?
It's failed dam. No, it's a failed. As you see, in 2005, this was funded by Swedish NGO and corrupt engineer. They built this in 2000. They started 2002 or something like that, and
it failed soon.
It failed 2005. It caused big disaster. Big, massive disaster. And I remember we have that on the video. I was young at that time. We recorded everything. So right now we have globally, as you see, this river is free flowing river now. Okay, should be free, should be flow all the way to
where it goes.
Yeah, the marshlands in Basra, for example. But what we do with the free flowing river globally, we build dams. So the way we build them as a human is really bad.
So that's one thing, because the Kurdistan region has built a few dams, and I know that in the United States they have begun to demolish their old dams. They realized the value of the river is bigger than the value of the dam.
Thank you so much.
So, but is there not a difference between one country and another? No one should build dams? Do you think?
If you ask me, I'm a kayaker, I'm a swimmer, free flowing river, nothing wrong. In nature, everything is perfect.
Yeah.
Everything is there for a reason. Free flowing river is there, like Whitewater Rapid.
The name is in itself.
Yes, exactly. So when we dam it, even like the law starts in here in Iraq. Hammurabi, when he's writing all the laws, and one day this community, they run to him, they say, we have a problem. They said, what is the problem? They said, water, sharing waters. And so he makes law about dams. At that time, for example, we always should take care of the nature, environmentally friendly behavior. Like the way animals, they build dams, is very friendly, especially beaver, badger. But the way we build dams, this is nothing compared to Mosul Dam or Ataturk Dam, for example, or Yellow River dams in China. Those dams is choking our blood systems, basically. That's why Earth is no longer functioning to having us, and we give heart attack to the earth because of all these dams. We're slowing down the perfect ecosystems to actually make it destroy. That's why we're having funny, feisty events like wildfires and tsunamis and corona and you name it. Because of, look what we do. We're turning our nature to concrete. Right now where we are sitting, if you look at it around me, it's all construction waste. So you build, never mind you build malls, but what we do with the waste, with the waste, construction waste, we actually just throw it the nearest place we can to the river most of the time. So what we do to the new generation, if we honest, as an older generation, we have to tell them all this. We're actually destroying your future because there is no future if there is no river.
Actually, most people don't even know there is a river in Slemani city, which is Sarchnab.
Exactly.
So imagine the new generation.
Soon as the coffee shop's open, 2 weeks before it's open, they know that is a coffee shop.
Yeah.
But they don't come to the nature. But this is my problem. Like Iraqi people, Kurdish people in Kurdistan, if we don't go to the nature, if we don't go to the Pir Maghreb mountain, we drive by it and we don't see it.
Yeah.
Myself, personally, I know all of these things because I go to the river every day, nearly
You
every
care about them and
Of
you are
course.
curious.
It's my love, it's my relationship. I have a real relationship with Pir Maghreb, with Hazarmerd, with all the caves we have. That's why I want to make noise. I want to shout. I want to say Kurdistan is the heaven. You don't have to, really dream about heaven. This is heaven. But
Just
unfortunately,
don't destroy it.
Exactly.
I agree. I mean, the nature here is beautiful.
Of-
You should not try to make it more beautiful with resorts or this and that.
Exactly.
Leave it alone.
Cookie.
It's the heaven you want,
Cookie.
basically.
Sorry, my dog just loves picking dirty stuff. What? And thank you, to you paying attention to this, because our attention has been stolen.
Yeah.
Our feelings been stolen by screens. As soon as we wake up, we actually making other people's richer by paying wrong attention to things. My attention, probably I know you different because probably your attention is not being stolen by, could be TV, could be other stuffs. So I read something the other day, it drove my mind and saying, be careful what you practice, because whatever you keep practicing, you're going to be good at it.
Oh, yeah.
So be careful what you practice. So we practice in general, I don't speak for myself, but in general, I can see people, they practicing wrong things.
That's true.
Please, this is the message for the young peoples as well. Never mind have the iPhone 18 or 15 or having an iPad screen, but you have to actually balance that practice, what you practice. Nature practice, it makes you realize why we keep opening hospitals, why we have so much noise in the society, why I am living in the society, but when I go to the nature, I feel like I'm in a camp.
Yeah.
We really living in a camp. Houses, living in this block of house, you're not being designed for that. You should be free, you should be out there. You're designed for 18 hours of hunting.
Yeah.
And sitting down doing nothing and you're proud of it, you're losing your purpose. Yeah. So human, if you don't go to the nature, if you don't see how the vegetables grow, if you don't see how the bees works, ants, you have a wrong lifestyle.
Yeah. And I think in Kurdistan we have this amazing chance. It's a small country. If you drive 5 minutes, 10 minutes from any city, you are in the heart of nature. It's easy to connect with nature in Kurdistan. So that's why it's people's own responsibility just to go and explore.
Absolutely, but I think we need more role model like yourself and peoples which they honest. We don't give wrong information to the young peoples, because you don't learn everything from the school and universities.
Yes.
Nature's your real universities is your nature. We should all know how to grow our food, what to see, what to do, and what is the healthy lifestyle? For me, the craziest things, we drive to work and we go to the gym. The healthy society is how you actually measure it. By what? You don't see people to do jogging. When I run, people, they see me, what's wrong with these guys?
Yeah.
And I was telling my friends, can we go jogging? Can we go for a run? He said, why? What's happened? Yeah. It's like in our mind, if somebody's run, it has to something happen. No, running is good for your body. Yeah. Go to the nature's, climbing mountain is good for your mind, for your body. But in here, it has not been recognized because of, in the last 15 years, I can see slowly people, they do go to the nature, they they appreciate what we have left. But unfortunately, those people own power, especially people with money, billionaires and people in the politics, they run in our life, they do big mistakes. Like, for example, building dams on Rwanda's river, for example, that if you type it, Rwanda's gorge on Google, it describes it as one of the most spectacular actually gorge in the Middle East. But what we do with it, we building dam. We destroying it, we erasing, we deleting our actually culture and society by wrongdoing. We don't feel it. Dam is no longer actually good for nature. You choking your blood, your lifelines.
There must be alternatives.
Oh, absolutely. There is friendly dam. There is a beautiful, environmentally friendly dam. And believe me or not, the fish we used to have in Tanjaro, but we don't have them anymore. All the way from Darbani Khan and Tanjaro, coming all the way upstream, spawning in here.
Here?
Absolutely. And going down all the way.
Now it's unimaginable now. Wow.
There is no fish, there is no turtle, there is nothing.
Yeah.
So I have witnessing that, because free-flowing river, that's how you actually have in a healthy fishery lifestyle, because of the free-flowing river. When you build a dam, fish doesn't like it. Like the fish in Dukan Lake, it goes back to Mawat to spawn, because the river's fresher and colder and is very, very suitable for spawning. So when you build dams, we kill fishery, we kill biodiversity, we kill in our culture and everything. So what we do, politicians, as soon as, oh, let's be proud of, we finished another dam, we finished another dam. Dam is bad. Dam is killing our everything. So what is the alternative? Managing it in a better way, okay? Environmentally friendly dams, and when you build dams, you make fish ladder. I mean, fish can actually go to the ladder and go back to the fresh river and come back to the lakes. So there is always way to fix this injury. We give cancer to our planets in general.
Is there not a ministry, a government institution here to worry about the rivers and water sources?
But they do worry about it in the wrong way. Okay, look, just look what's happening behind us.
Yeah,
This is my problem. Like with the people, they are on power. They're trying to turn in our nature to concrete it, and the problem is like when you give tools to the wrong person, doesn't know what to do with it.
Yes.
So basically our system is run by the politicians, and people doesn't say that much as well. Of course, we are guilty too.
And the politicians, government people might not necessarily have bad intentions. They may not know what's good for the environment.
There is no many expertise to do survey about where did we go wrong? How did we destroy our nature?
Yeah.
Like for example, this is wrongdoing. For example, what we do, we go to the caves, for example. Okay, people, they go to the cave. We don't know how to react to the stalagmite, for example. We break it.
Yeah.
Okay, we go to wherever we go, we don't see it as a temple. We don't see it as a.
We don't see the value of it.
Exactly,
Wow.
exactly.
Or the spray paint.
Exactly, spray paint, distractions, pollutions. Look at all this construction waste and all this pollution. Most of the times we use river as a dumping ground.
Yes.
Just for that is a wrong
Just
thing.
take it away.
Yeah,
Basically.
exactly. Give it to river. River will take it away. And no, this is your life. This is your blood. If you don't take care of it, you don't take care of your. 80% of our body is the water.
Yeah.
We came from soil and water. So without it, these guys, what they do to this soil, they do it to probably our grandparents' body, basically.
Exactly, yeah.
That's your body.
Yeah,
That's
we are all one.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's providing you food, and you will go back there again when you die, and you come from that. Yeah. What is Adam and Eve's story? There's a mud and
clay.
Yeah, clay. And there is a Khyam's poem I love. He's saying, be careful with that terracotta in your shoulder, the goza. Don't drop it, break it. It might be your grandparents' body.
That's beautiful.
So for me, the feeling of, like, how did Rumi become so beautifully poetic and his poem? Because he was observing the winds moving the grass and the trees and sound of the river. Look at the pollution we have in the city. Sound pollutions, air pollutions, water pollution, everything.
Light pollution.
I see society as a pollution. I see human as a pollution, as a polluter. So we are actually bad for this planet. That's why during the corona, the earth was trying to get rid of us, because we bad. We doing bad things. Look at the Trump, okay? Having Obama for 8 years working with Paris agreements, and as soon as another politicians come to the power, bring it back to the zero. So the curve is just keep going up and keep going up. Do you know what? If we don't bring it down, it's already too late.
Yeah.
If you ask me why Iraq is in the 5th most dangerous country in the world, why? Agriculture, life, Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, everything started from here, from upstream, from actually, this river created 11,000 years of civilization in West Ansur because of this river.
Yeah.
And they found a few years ago, there was an archaeologist, they did excavation, they found the oldest fisherman's net in West Ansur, in Sharazur area.
Wow.
Like it was marshland there. And now, nothing. Not just the sewage.
Yeah.
Because this water, after Sarchinar, from Darwaza, the first sewage stops. Yes, start from there all the way to Bestansuru, Darbani Khan.
Is it only in the cities, or do you think it has also reached the far hearts of nature?
We keep going toward it. So
everywhere.
Everywhere. Slemani was finishing from the Sarchinar, okay? But now where we are standing, look, the householders, this is Peshmerga, just behind the Chakchak is Qizlar. You walk upstream. Peshmerga was the first checkpoint. There was no regime could control this area. It was forest.
Wow.
So
there were trees here.
Absolutely.
And now there is not a single tree.
Nothing. And the bird, when they fly, when they come from Africa or other countries, what they look for? Tree and water.
So you've seen birds from other countries landing here when you were a child?
Million. Every year. The sky was, no way you could see the sky. It was just black with black crow, starling, you name it. Even flamenco. I have seen flamenco in this river. Lak.
Wow.
Everything. It was
and that's only 40 years ago.
Absolutely.
And now it's not even a local tree, not a local bird, just construction waste, as
Exactly. This is what we do to our fertile lands and soils. We turn it to actually desert. Iraq is going toward desertification because of bad doing by humans, by us, and not paying attention what we have left.
And they plant 5 trees next to it, and that's it.
What is this? This is gulag. This is like they put it in the boxes. That's why that's why all the hospitals, they're doing very good.
Gulag, that's funny.
Yeah. It's a gulag. It's
a labor camp.
Exactly. It's a construction. It's a camp. But I feel living, because I do a lot of outdoor activities. I know I'm not designed for 150-meter lands. I'm not designed for that.
I heard that humans are made to spend 82% of their time outdoors.
Absolutely.
Now it's 90% indoors.
Absolutely. We are a mountain people. We are a mountaineer. We born to dealing with fresh water, what we have in here, mountains, our identity, our everything. As the creation of these lifelines, this mountain is bringing all these clouds and making love, snow, filter it to us. In South, I felt, whenever I go to South, this is not a bad thing.
South of Iraq.
Yeah, south of Iraq. When I go to there's so many beauty you can see in the marshlands, but unfortunately, since 1991, the Gulf War, we destroyed Iraq's nature. It was one of the biggest environmental disaster in entire human history happened in 1991 because of drying, destroying all the marshlands, and of course, blowing up all the oil wells in Kuwait and Iraq during the Gulf War. That was one of the biggest man-made environmental disaster. But whenever I go to South, there is still some beauty on the marshlands, but you don't see mountains. Yeah. That's why there's not much drama in the sky. They don't have snow. They don't have a fresh river like us. Yeah. So what we do, we're destroying it for them as well. Oh, so they are suffering. Basra, it will be not longer, actually, soon or later, suitable for humans to live in.
Wow.
Because imagine 19 cities, 50 million people, the sewage waste, urban waste, chemicals, hospital waste, industrial waste, all go to the river. So,
and the problem is that in Iraq, in Kurdistan as well, but mainly in Iraq, people are so proud of their rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. Yeah. Something you are so proud of. Why do you dump all this sewage into it?
Exactly. That's one of the biggest problems, and the bigger than that problems, it's created by upstream countries. Like, I like to say this because most of the time the people, they don't realize 80% of Iraq's water comes from neighbor country like Turkey and Syria, from the Greater Kurdistan. But where is the Greater Kurdistan? Part of it is controlled by Syria, part of it controlled by Turkey, part of it controlled by Iran. The Zagros and Anatolian mountains is creating this beautiful, fresh river, creating the twin river, Euphrates and Tigris, and Greater Zab and Lesser Zab. They're not longer actually functioning like, say, 100 years ago, because the age of building dams is only 100 years old. So we've been damming our rivers. We have 75,000 large dams on our fresh river on this planet. And most of the countries globally, they're recognizing the dams as a unexploited bomb.
Yeah.
And it is a bomb. It is the bomb.
Actually, when you look at a dam, you are scared a bit. You know one day it will...
It's the man-made mistake.
Yeah.
Mosul dams, 6 million Iraqi people every day's lives endangered because of its bursting, its failed dam.
Yeah.
That's why there is an Italian company, they pumping every day, I don't know how many ton of cements and to keep the dams functional until they build another one. Makhul dams they are building now. So
what do you say to people who, not to people, I mean some research and data says that Kurdistan has enough water, we only have the problem of management. Is that true? Do we have enough water and we mismanage?
No, we don't have, there is no, the problem, Iraq and Kurdistan and Iraq, if you look at the populations keep rising, okay? And if you look at Turkey, they keep finishing the GAP project, which is holding 22 dams. Iliso dams is one of them, finished.
So it's a group of dams, not just one.
Oh, it's many of them.
Wow.
Many dams by Turkey and Iran. Iran, they have a water crisis. And what they do, they keep building dams, choking our rivers, especially Sirwan River and Lesazab River, and of course some other tributary. They keep building dams. Even they don't let the spillway waters come downstream. They even catching that and they're building tunnels. And if some researchers, they want to do something about this, they need to go actually find out how many upstream countries they choke in our rivers. Because free, as I said, rivers should be free.
Yeah.
The dams is one of the biggest mistakes we do on our planet. As I mentioned, you could build dams, but you could build environmentally friendly small dams. But the way we build them in these days, we causing a lot of problems, and there will be more refugees, there will be more war, there will be more uncertainty and no fairy tale lands, and we destroying our civilization basically. The life, look at the Lakhtaktak there.
Yeah,
you see?
That's a stork.
That's a stork. Yeah.
If it wasn't like this, there would be many more storks and birds.
As I mentioned, we need these guys to come back if we want to have a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
But what we do, we keep building hospitals. We don't see the main
Cause,
yes, we don't see the main cause. The peoples, they just saying, oh, we have a free flow. No, you don't. You don't. Go pay attention what Turkey does to our river, for example. Pay attention globally, like privatizing rivers. Coca-Cola, they do it, other companies. Look, this water is free.
Yeah.
They put it in the bottle and they sell it to us. And they call it, oh, I have a company, I'm selling water. You don't sell water, you sell plastics.
Yes.
Water is free.
Water is free.
It's created by I can go drink this one, right, straight away, but 100 meters downstream, probably you cannot, because there's humans started and life started here. So I think we need to recognize the problem. That may be the recipe for solution in the future. The problem is we have in these days, because we're so busy with wrongdoing and wrong lifestyle.
Chasing other goals. Yeah.
Exactly. Making ourselves sick. And the money we create, we are spending it on our health. No, if you have a healthy organ and lifestyles, it's all money. It's all, you're here temporary, and please pay attention and be good to earth, be good to river. And when you die, there is another chance to live. If you be good to the earth, you might come back again.
Or you'll go to heaven. Yeah. So the problem here in Kurdistan to the rivers, is it only sewage and other small-scale pollution, or do we have industrial pollution also?
Absolutely, industrial pollution. If you look at it after 2003, if you look the way we dig oil wells, the way we export and import, the way we eat, the way we build things, is really wrong. You go towards south and you will see more and more and more. And Iraq, Kurdistan, people, they think, oh, all these Arab people, they come in here. Of course they're gonna come here. Of course people, they go upstream where the fresher water.
Yeah.
And if you like it or not, and this is gonna cause a lot of uncertainty. Like, for example, you create more refugees. Like you go to Germany, oh, we don't like you, refugee. But yeah, stop all the war, for example, and create the platform. What is the problem? Personally, I know all the problems. We are in a solution mood, but who are you going to talk to make the solution? These peoples, all the millionaires, and I had this conversation with, there is the fake environmentalists, there is the fake intellectual people, there is the fake doctors, fake engineer, for example, building fake dams, and morality is, we're losing it.
Yeah.
People, they're not honest. They are like all this fake prayers, fake. This is the problem.
So
fake
yeah,
teachers.
you mean there is fake environmentalism too, greenwashing everything,
my God.
destroying nature and doing some plantations.
Absolutely. All the millionaires and billionaires, they hire somebody's expertise to clean their filth, to say good things about their factories, good things about their businesses, and that's what's slowing us down as an environmentalist.
They should come to experts in the field.
Yeah, we're not
a fake expert.
Exactly. You bring the fake expert. Come on, Oxford University, they do that. You cannot do research on, for example, ExxonMobil's and all these BP's, big giant companies. They don't let any quality research on, for example, fossil fuel, like I mean, it's only 100 years old. It's destroying our planet. And for example, all this injury, we keep digging, and we don't stop. All this cannon and digging it has to be stopped, and because we just greedy, we don't know why we're greedy. We need to slow down all that greediness and appreciate what we have left.
Do you know if we have had any small rivers here or creeks that have completely disappeared?
Absolutely.
In your own lifetime?
Oh, absolutely. This is one of them. I mean, this year this has appeared. Sometimes this water doesn't appear.
Wow.
At all.
But this has been, we are still in winter, and there was a lot of rain. That's why there is sun.
That's why we have this. A lot of rain and snow on Pir Magrum Mountain. As I mentioned, this mountain is 45-kilometer range mountains all the way to Dukan.
Yeah.
So it's holding this fresh, beautiful snow. Part of it goes to Tabin River, go to all the way to Small Azab from Chamir Razan, and part of it is coming to this side and creating
so
this.
This is snow water, basically.
It's a snow juice. I call it snow juice. This is, you can drink it straight away. And all this mountain, these politicians and businessmen, they're melting down our mountain. They don't realize that's your barat, that's your filtration.
Yeah, that's your natural AC, yeah.
Idiot. This is really bad what they do, and we need to teach this in the university, AUIS, Komar University, in Jihan University, in Erbil, and we need to make a program to tell the new generation what we do to our nature, you do it to your body. That's why they keep opening hospital. That's why, and let's wait for mental problems, because your nature is your mental stability.
That's true.
If you, for me, it is working. Okay, I found a trick. Sometimes I use this. Some friends say, I don't feel very well. I need the injection from Pir Magrum.
Oh,
I don't do injection from hospital. So I inject my body through climbing, through swimmings, through staying in the night with the nature and appreciate this beautiful, beautiful drama. I don't need to watch it from National Geography at home.
Yeah.
I am inside it. I'm part of it.
Yeah, I think I always say we should do the same for the new generation, is ourselves and the younger generation know about all kinds of birds and animals in Africa or South America through National Geographic. But they don't know anything, people here, about our own birds and mammals and nature.
That's the thing, that's the problem. And I did the fish survey on 9 rivers, which is creating the Rwandus River, they call it Azadi River. I did the fish survey on those rivers. I found only 12 species.
Wow.
Took me 2 years to finish that project. Took me 2
species.
Yeah, 12 only.
Is that too
species.
little or too many?
It's so little.
Yeah.
In Iraq, apparently, I work with this expertise, the fish scientist from German. He was saying, at least we have in the history of the book he was researching 150 species still exist in Iraq, but it's not. It's not.
Wow.
Like, we keep losing them. This is fish, okay? I'm talking about a fish. If you look, Euphrates soft-shelled turtle is endangered species. We lost it in entire world, okay? We have it in Iraq. We're eating them now, and they are going to die completely. We used to have lion in here. As you see in some of the Imam Ali's pictures, you know, there's a lion.
Some old stories as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. We used to have pure, like, biodiversity suitable for... I heard in 1980s, they have spotted barefoot prints in Park Azadi in Slemani.
Wow, that's city center now.
Yeah, when in 1980s, when the snow, actually in the winter, they have spotted barefoot print in there. And now you have to go to Qandil or Penguin in the mountains, which is probably minefields, and they survive there because human doesn't go there. So wherever humans goes, we hunt in the wrong way. We do fishing in the wrong way. We use bomb for fishing. We use poison for fishing. In south Iraq still they use electric fishing.
Yeah, they catch the migratory flamingos in the south of Iraq and make them soup.
Thank you. And they sell in the underground in animal markets. They sell anything.
Still?
Oh yeah. You can. They sell it for $100 flamingo.
Wow.
And you see some other really rare species birds they catch, and so we hardly actually. This used to be the cradle of everything, civilization, suitable for all the birds. I mean, I witnessed that. I witnessed this free-flowing river was a lifeline for all entire Slemani, Chamikanakawa as well, and all the carriers. And we lost them, all of it.
It's unfortunate that you were born near this river. You saw it with your own eyes when it was like a forest.
Yeah.
And birds and everything, and you are still here, but this is the worst state you have seen it in your life.
Absolutely, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. We have lost this river. I mean, last 4 or 5 years it was disappeared completely, but this year it's coming back because right now we have an exhibition about this. Hopefully when we go, I will show you the exhibition.
I was going to ask, you also kayak or paddle? Which one
I do kayaking, I do paddling, I do rafting.
In different rivers in Kurdistan?
Yeah.
And you've done them all?
Yes, most of it.
But in different seasons, I assume?
Absolutely. Like, for example, Lesazap, I have started rafting. A couple of years we did that from the Iranian border, when the river actually from Mashan village enter Kurdistan territory. We kayaked from there all the way to Rania, for example, and swim all the way from Rania to Dukan Dam, 45 kilometer. And after Dukan Dams, we always kayak and raft all the way to Tak and to Altun Kopri.
As much as you can.
Oh yeah, we do, and we and south of Iraq is a little bit different. It's difficult and it's different law and corruptions. But we have done Greater Zab rafting, and we have done the Randus River.
And you have a goal behind these raftings and swims, is to draw attention to the situation of water in Kurdistan.
That and scientific research as well, case study. For example, if I want to prove it, like for example, if you ask somebody, say, where the Rwandus sewages go, you have to kayak to the river to find all the sewage line from the state of Rwanda come to the river. So we do kayaking and rafting professionally because of our research and to knowing. If you want to know this river, you cannot just use a drone, or you have to go through it. So finding all the threats. So we as a waterkeeper, we exist 370 waterkeeper around the world. We all know how to raft, kayak, swim, and canoeing, even kayak. We have a museum, we will go in a minute. We know all the different boats because Kurdish boat is kayak. If you go to south, they have mashhouf, they have tarada, for example. It's different. So
there is a type of Kurdish raft or boat?
It's a raft, exactly. It's kayak is the modern raft. Because kayaks, basically you bring 10 goat skin, you make it inflatable, you blow it. We have it. I'll show you later. So you attach it to the woods. It never capsized, and you go through it. So until 100 years ago, all the way from Diyarbakir and Adana, Batman and Hassan Cave, Jazeera, all the way from there with the Kurdish Kalak, they they raft, there's a modern raft, all the way from Hassan Cave to Basra, to Baghdad, selling their goods. Some of the Kalaks, like they put hundreds goat skins and carrying like sheep, goods, ton of things, and sometimes they build a room in the middle of it for sleeping overnight. So it took them 6 days because of the free-flowing river. But nowadays, if you want to do that, no way you can do that because of dams, borders, countries, miseries, Al-Qaeda's, ISIS, conflicts, checkpoints. Oh my God, it's no way you can do that. So what does that mean? The water was a transportation for everything, culture, religions.
Clean transportation.
Absolutely.
If you compare it to trucks and lorries, the river is the cleanest form of
environmentally friendly elements for connecting humans. Whatever you see, there is Dani. Whenever you see river, fresh water, there will be beautiful humans and making beautiful lifestyle. But we no longer actually treat it like the way we used to. So if you want to, for example, if you go to Hassan Cave, they all speak Arabic. You're thinking, how did that happen? Because of the river. Because they had to learn the language. They had to share the religions, cultures, and everything. That's how we connected.
That's
5,000 years ago. How did we reach to Australia? Because of water, because of river. River took us to the sea and finding the seas, and we thought about, there might be life up there. So we used the goat skin and cow skins for transportation, basically, and it's the oldest way. So Kurdish boat is different to southern Iraq's boat. So we have different boats. So humans.
Is there anyone still in use, or they are only in museums, these Kurdish boats?
And we don't use kalaks anymore. We use kalak with the inner tube. But no goat skin. We don't even have any expertise to make goat skin. So the museum we have, I had to go to Kermashan and La Rojalat in Kurdistan in Iran to bring some goat skin. We lost that. Nobody's doing it. Wow. We don't even know how to make the goat skin inflatable. It takes 3 months at least, and it's a very special way to do it. But we lost that skill, and it's been going on for thousands and thousands of years, that technique.
Wow.
We know all of this because we had to learn it. We had to be with the river and flow with it.
Okay, one last question before we go to the museum, because I want to see that Kurdish raft. And how many waterkeepers are there in Iraq or Kurdistan? Is it you, or have you trained some people in the last 10, 15 years to work in this field?
We have trained a lot of young people. There is, I brought the first paddleboard to Kurdistan and Iraq in 2007, 7, and of course I started boating. Now I know 1,000 young people, because we sell paddleboard as well. So 1,000 young, good, healthy young peoples, they are paddling with a paddleboard. And we don't like jet skis, and that's not our culture.
That's a good point.
We sell good boats. We really educate. I would say there is hundreds of waterkeepers out there, but officially, because of the lack of fund, I cannot employ them, but they're there. They are the young soldiers, they coming up to protect the environment, I'm hoping. So we don't even, some people, they think, we indoctrinate, we brainwash it, but in a nice way. I mean, they think I've been brainwashed because of 370 waterkeepers. The movement started in the United States in the 1980s, and the movement started with Robert F. Kennedy.
Oh, I was going to ask, is it part of his
of course.
campaign or project, RFK?
Wow. Yeah. And Bobby Kennedy started the movement, but now he's in the Ministry of Health for the Trump's cabinet, unfortunately. But he created all the waterkeepers, and of course every year when I used to go there, I love his speech, I love his knowledge, and of course he always say, we're not here to break the law. We're here to force the law. There is a law for this river. There is the law, take these guys accountable for what they do. But if we don't force it, if we don't force this beautiful environmental law we have internationally and in here as well, Iraqi law, Kurdistan environmental laws in here is much way beautiful than actually its details, but we don't force it. We don't practice it.
That's the problem. Yeah.
If I have a power, I take these people accountable, for example, if I have a power, but in a nice way, because this is my life. This is my grandparents' life. I should protect it. But because of lack of not having power and good lawyers and having a very corrupt system, still we haven't even taken one company accountable for all the bad, wrong things they do. All the way from Iraq downstream, go to the southern, the marshlands. All these companies, householders, industrial waste, hospital waste, we don't filter heavy waters. They're all criminal. To me, they are breaking the law, and there is law for that. When we're going to practice it, hopefully one day.
Hopefully. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate this.
Thank you.
If you have time, please, let's go to the museum.
Absolutely.
Like
it's very close, and they will be very pleased as well, and they're more than happy to see you.
And before we go, I should mention that you said your dog is part of your work.
Yes,
basically. She is an expert in finding sewage water.
Yes. They've been trained. I mean, I've been trained, and he's been trained by me, and she's been trained. Yes.
So they detect it and they know where it comes from, where
absolutely.
it merges into the river.
Absolutely. If you look at the little one, look how curious with the fresh water. Anything is coming down. So slowly, this is going to be a new soldier.
Trained as well.
Yeah, I trained him as well. But we all have dogs. 370 water keepers. 60% of us is female water keepers around the world. So we exist in 45 countries. We all have a dog.
Nice.
And dogs is the best companion for the humans. And unfortunately, dogs really badly been treated in our societies, but we're not. This is the life.
If you live and work in nature, you really need a dog. I must say that, because I'm the same way. It's like you're everything in nature.
Absolutely. And everything's for me, like yesterday we were walking with Cookie's little. Sometimes he's silly. He was destroying like the ants coming out and their lands, and I said, no, leave them alone. You know, they have a right to leave too. Exactly. So everything is in nature is there for a reason, and there is no mistake in the nature. And we cannot destroy. And we should walk on this planet like really be carefully. It's so fragile because this ecosystems, it's been million years to balance this ecosystem to make it suitable for human to live in. What we do to it in the last 150 years, we completely changing our ecosystem and destroy it.
Yeah, exactly. What's sad is that an excavator or a machine can destroy in 10 hours what has taken nature 1 million years to build.
Exactly.
Whether it's a gorge or a rock or something.
Yeah.
In 3 hours, you could destroy what has taken a million.
Absolutely.
It's very sad.
Absolutely. And another thing's war.
Yeah, war.
Politicians, they need to stop. If they want to have a better future for their kids, stop all the wars, because if you look at the 1991's, the Gulf War, the amount of emission and bombs they explode, it was same amount in the Second World War, just only in Iraq. Yeah. That's why, since that, we have the cancer rate, the MS, ME, all these health problems we have is just unbelievably going up and up and up.
And I think impacts of war, they last decades. It's not that temporary impact. So a bomb that was dropped, let's say in 1990, it could still have effect today, I think.
Last week we found a big missile in Jasana with these two dogs. I was hiking on the mountains in Jasana cave, and it was on explode. So for me, when I walk on some mountain, I know all the mine fields. Otherwise, like for example, when I hike in Scotland or United States, I don't have to worry about that because they take their wars to somewhere else. It's their war. It's their war.
They take the landmines.
Exactly. Who created it? It's like, you know, all these guns being made. You know, the people, like, it pisses me off when European, they feel sorry for us. I always say, no, don't feel sorry for me. You know, stop selling chemicals to Saddam. Your economy doesn't come from flowers. Holland, they think, for example, oh, we sell flowers. No, you're not.
It's part of it. Flower is just...
No, you don't sell flowers. Exactly, the flowers you show, you sell flowers and this and that. But under that, what you sell? UK, they sell turbine to the dam in Turkey, for example. Stop all these dirty businesses. Otherwise, when the refugees come to your country, it's your fault.
And now they know the result.
Exactly. And like Merkel let 2 million people to come in for a few years ago when the Syrian war started. She knows, and they know that there's almost this politician. This is the problem. Economists, they have to stop. They like relying on war, because the war is the fastest way to bring the economy up. Selling, like Trump does. I mean, it was obvious he came to Saudi Arabia and he came to the dirty businesses.
Yeah.
If you keep doing that, so don't moan about, oh, there is refugees coming, they come into us, they come in. No, you messing it up. If you throw this 2 block of birds there, what are they going to do? They're going to fly away.
Exactly.
Because I'm traumatized. All Iraqi people, we traumatized. We refugees. I don't know. I had to leave in 1996 because of civil war, because of the destructions of. Everybody was killing each other, and I had to leave. But now I'm back. Okay, and so
now you are fighting another war.
Absolutely.
And that's
this is the scariest one.
Yeah.
This is the scariest one. Nothing to compare to this war. The water war, environmental, like climate change war, is going to be one of the toughest, and you will see it.
Yeah, and we'll have more victims than any other traditional war.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Affects
because
everyone.
this is it's not going to be pleasant, and it's not going to be fun. It's already happening. If you look at the Basra in 2018, water was contaminated in 2 days. 210,000 people got sick, ended up in the hospital in 2 days, just because of the tap water was contaminated. The sea water going back to the river, there was very drought that year, and we paid a huge price. We went to demonstrations. 700 people, they lost their life because of, they had to control the demonstration. So that was the big call at that time.
Yeah, those things should be connected to each other.
Absolutely.
These demonstrations or poisonings did not come out of the blue. There was the cause, and the cause was pollution. And
absolutely,
it's all what you say, what we do to the environment.
Yeah.
The final victim is ourselves.
Absolutely. We like UN guy said, we dig in our own grave by ourselves, actually, by destroying, because as I mentioned, you are nothing without all these birds and biodiversity, because you're going to be alone in the end. We're going to be alone, and we're going to pay a huge price.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kayaking.
Amazing, wow.